Psalm 93 is tucked away between Psalms 92 and 94, without title or name of the author. It is a song of sheer praise that speaks of Jehovah's omnipotent sovereignty because he is the king that reigned then, that reigns today, as well as tomorrow. It is a psalm of Israel and a devotion for the church today, in addition to tomorrow's children of the Millennial Kingdom. The psalm speaks of our Lord who reigns gloriously over the heavens and the earth forever. Even the Jewish commentators applied this psalm to the times of the Messiah. It is a glorious song of praise to Jehovah, the second person of the Godhead, and to the majesty of his kingdom. It seems from verse 5, to have been composed with some reference to the sanctuary, and to the service there. We can also presume from verse 5 that it was composed sometime after the temple in Jerusalem was built, and consequently after the death of David. Verses 1 through 4 imply that it was composed close to a period of some danger by a hostile power that threatened the nation. The composition appears to be designed to impart confidence in God's will that he will effectively preside over his special possession, Israel. In both the Septuagint and the Latin Vulgate the psalm is titled The Praise of an Ode by David, for the day preceding the Sabbath, when the earth was founded, although according to the evidence just presented, David was probably not the author, since he was not around when Solomon built the temple. Psalm 93, as well as Psalms 95 to 100, are dedicated to celebrating God's sovereignty over the world. We read in Psalm 47:1-4, "Come, everyone. Clap your hands. Shout to God with joyful praise. 2 For the Lord Most High is awesome. He is the great King of all the earth. 3 He subdues the nations before us, putting our enemies beneath our feet. 4 He chose the promised land as our inheritance, the proud possession of Jacob's descendants, whom he loves." NLT, and the confirmation is in Colossians 1:16-17, "For through him God created everything in the heavenly realms and on earth. He made the things we can see and the things we can't see, such as thrones, kingdoms, rulers, and authorities in the unseen world. Everything was created through him and for him. 17 He existed before anything else, and he holds all creation together." NLT. The outline of the psalm is as follows. In verse 1-2 we see God's sovereignty of earth, and in 3 and 4 his subjugation of the sea. In the final verse, we will distinguish our Lord's reliable revelation. Verse 5 confirms that nothing is more powerful than the Lord, nothing is more steadfast than his reign, and nothing is surer than his revelation.